Hey guys, I'm back. Guess what happened? I got like a real microphone now, and it looks like I'm super loud or something. If I sound weird, I'm figuring it out. This is my first time recording with this new mic, and I hope it works. So let me know if you have any problems with the audio levels or anything like that. Just let me know in the comments if something's going wrong. Thanks. Okay, so this episode, I don't know. Okay, so compared to last time, it's obviously better than last episode. It's hard to get worse than the worst we've ever seen, but it is possible. This episode wasn't that bad, but I would be hard-pressed to say it was good by any means. I don't know, this finale, these I keep saying finale and people keep getting confused. Finale, it just means like the climax. It's not the final episode. This finale of the volume is really confusing. Like, we're all over the place. It feels dumb because it feels like we're just arbitrarily making up a new plot line out of nowhere. By all means, everything could have ended on the episode where Oscar blasted Salem, and that could have been the end of the volume, because from that point on, it feels like a completely different volume. Like, this feels like I'm watching the final episodes of Season 9 or Season 10. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm in the same season anymore. None of the plot lines or character motivations or anything really have much to do with what we've already seen. And worst of all, we're kind of rushing through it all. It's not entertaining. It's not very fun. Like, there's interesting things happening in the episodes, but as far as a cohesive narrative goes, it's just confusing. I'm confused.
But we're about to throw a kingdom's worth of negativity on their doorstep. If anyone will need help, it's them.
What a good plan, guys. Except I wish we would have had this last episode. Once again, it's just this episode, it just feels heavy from all the mistakes from prior episodes. We'll get into more things later, like especially with like Ironwood and the bomb and Robin and Winter and ugh. But it just, I can't enjoy this episode in context with the episodes that came before it. And it's just, I wish we would have had a scene where the kids decided on Vacuo, even though it's a pretty dangerous area to be in, especially for a bunch of civilians who don't know how to fight. Like, we'll see later. Like, it's just, it would have been nice to see us get to this point and have it be explained by the characters in universe what made them decide to go with this course of action despite the danger of the situation. But no, we're just supposed to accept it for how it is, and it's a bit disappointing. And again, it's back to the jokey jokes, comedy jokes, comedy jokes. I'm just tired of the fucking jokes being rammed into dumb moments. Like, jokes, why? Why did this scene need to be so comedic? Out of context, this scene is funny. Like, I thought it was funny. In context, it's just tonally awful. It's just completely out of nowhere, and I don't understand why we're trying to make this a joke moment sandwiched between the things that happened last episode and the things that happened especially in this episode. Like,
everyone,
I don't know, read the room. You know, it doesn't have to be a ha ha ha, funny, funny, funny. Especially with how the rest of the story is going around us. Like, there's a time and place, and they never know the time, and they never have the right place.
guys, this sandstorm isn't just killing visibility.
It makes it so we don't have to actually model anything. Isn't it good for our animation team?
Keep going, we'll handle this.
Why would, no, again, it's these stupid little things that just don't make sense. Why are all of you abandoning Penny? Wouldn't one of you stick around to defend her? Make sure she gets through the portal. You're right there next to the stupid dumb portal. Just help walk her through and then turn back around. Like, once again, it's just contrivances after contrivances after contrivances. If I don't want to be sitting here watching these episodes thinking, well, why are you doing it this way? Why is this happening? Did you not think of this? this? That's the thing I keep... Did you not think of this? When you wrote the episode, when you had the voice actors come in, when you animated the stupid fucking episode, did you not once think, maybe we should have one of them do stick with Penny? Because you know what? It's dumb. It's just contrived. Or do something more fun. As they're going like, don't worry, Penny, you go. Have her just charge forward ahead of them. She's full of like human emotions now, and she's full of bravado, and she has a big head, and she doesn't know what she's doing, charging into danger because she has a grudge against Cinder. So easy, minuscule little things you could do to make these scenes just infinitely better. I don't want to feel like everything's just convenient or contrived.
Your little friend Oscar was right.
Oh no, it's monologue time. That's the thing villains do. They just charge in and talk. Why are we cutting back to this now? Why? Why are you so fucking obsessed with putting the episode out of order? Just put the events in order. Also, usually when we have a flashback to what the villains were up to this whole time, it's because the heroes found out what happened. They don't. The writers just realized they left us off at a cliffhanger because, ooh, cliffhangers. We're obsessed with that. Gotta make you coming back for the next episode. And then they're like, oh shit, we never actually explained what the villains were doing. We'll just put it in here. It's just, have it happening alongside the events of the heroes. That way I could be on the edge of my seat like, are they gonna get caught? Are the heroes gonna figure this out? What's gonna happen? Instead of having it just be, and the villains are here, and now as we initiate combat, let's stop everything to rewind time to justify the reason the villains are here. Ew, and then Cinder realized Emerald switched sides. Is Emerald gonna realize that Cinder still exists? Let's just keep ignoring that plot point. If this is like some contrived thing where Emerald's like, no, I was just tricking them, Cinder, and then Cinder's like, but I don't trust you anymore, and then that forces Emerald to actually become a good guy, I'm gonna vomit. Ugh.
You deserve this, Arthur.
Does anyone else get the feeling that Cinder's definitely gonna, like, kill Watts after all this? Death flags, man. Okay, here comes the biggest issue I have with this episode. It's fucking Crow and Robin doing shit. Like, it's hard to care about these two characters after they've been entirely sidelined for 99% of this volume. Like, they didn't even get good scenes, and the scenes they got were short and didn't really do much. Like, it set up, like, I guess it made it so Crow and Robin trust each other, I suppose. It's hard for me to care about these scenes, especially when it's actively interrupting our real plot. Like, it happens again later with Harriet, and we're doing this bullshit with the bomb. We solved that plot point. We did all that already. It's fine, and now we're just bringing it back up. It feels like to me like the writers realize that, oh, Atlas is falling, oh, but we forgot about Crow and Robin because there's a million stupid characters in our cast. We can't have them die. They're some of our most popular characters. What are we gonna do? And then they bullshitted this excuse with the bomb, seemingly just to make Crow and Robin do something at the end of the volume. And it's not necessary. This volume doesn't need to be 14 episodes long. If we didn't dick around with this stupid fucking bomb, or Crow and Robin fighting the Aesops again, like they're characters I'm supposed to care about, then we could have just focused on our real plot, because we have a real plot already happening. I don't give a shit about a bomb landing on an empty city when, you know, the villains are there and actively trying to kill the heroes right now, and shit got real. But no, let's just go back to Crow and Robin. First of all, it interrupts the flow of action. Like, it takes up a lot of this episode's screen time, and it just is hard to care. Especially when Harriet becomes like, oh, boo-hoo, I cared about Clover. I know you did. We already had that plot point.
You are furious about losing Clover. And you miss him.
Clover was... He was...
important to you.
It feels like the writers are just repeating the plot points we already saw. Ren already figured out that Harriet was being rash because of her emotions over Clover. We didn't need a scene interrupting the fall of Yang and everyone getting eaten by fucking monsters to have Harriet, a character I don't give a shit about, sit there and wax poetics in front of Vine and being like, I cared about Clover. Fuck off. You literally didn't have a single line of dialogue with him his entire lifetime last volume. I'm supposed to suddenly believe this is motive enough to make you bomb a city? I don't want to waste time with this bitch. I don't want to try to justify her actions over a plot point that feels rushed and forced into the middle of this fucking volume to begin with. If you're sitting there writing your volume and you realize, hey, a lot of stuff is happening all right at the end, maybe take a second to go back and rewrite the volume. Did we need Harriet to have an emotional moment in the second to last episode? No. Is this taking away screen time from the real plot and our characters? Yes? Then maybe we should cut that shit out. He killed Jacques. Do I care? No. I don't. Jacques was a fucknut character I didn't give a shit about. It's just like Harriet. Why am I supposed to care? Why am I supposed to care about this nobody throwaway side villain? I'm not. I don't. And also, Ironwood killing him would have been a lot more impactful if Ironwood wasn't being a sociopathic, murder-hungry bitch all fucking volume. He'd already killed an innocent man. That was the first thing he did this volume. If we had gone through the volume with him, like, teetering on the edge, and we see he's getting more and more, like, insane, and now suddenly we see he's going out of his way to kill civilians and innocent people, yeah, maybe I would be like, you know what, that was kind of fucked up. You know, maybe he has finally crossed the line. But no, we started the volume jumping to the end, because once again, this is just something I've already seen. And now he gets to fight Winter. I saw that already. And I guarantee we're either gonna skip that fight, or that fight's gonna take up a bunch of screen time away from the interesting plot points with Team RWBY. And even if we do get to see the fight, Winter's not going to win, and she's not going to get that cool shot that she did arbitrarily last episode. The same plot points again. It's Harriet's emotions again. It's the bomb threat again. It's Ironwood fighting Winter again. It's dumb because we've just had these plot points. These are happening within episodes away from each other. Why are we just repeating ourselves? Why is this finale just stuck on repeat? It makes no sense to me. We have villains. For once, actually, the villains are doing something in direct relation to our heroes. They're actively fighting our real heroes. But you know what we got? Rather than watching Ruby and Blake trying to fight off Neo, or having Weiss and Cinder have a cool, fun, entertaining fight scene, no, instead we watched Ironwood and Winter talk again. Don't focus on Ruby and her emotions with watching her sister fucking die in front of her. You know whose emotions we do need to focus on? Ironwood and Harriet. Those are the emotions we need. Fuck you. This is so fucking stupid. Hey, now that we've finished wasting 90% of this episode on our bullshit side characters, let's remember that our real characters exist, huh?
I knew your plan would be bold, but I never could have predicted all of this.
Cinder, shut up. No. Why are we having her fucking monologue throughout the fight scene? Stop. It's dumb. It takes me out of the fight. I mean, the episode was doing that perfectly fine on its own to begin with, but why is she doing this? This is the same bullshit that people didn't like to see from her in the prior volumes. Why? Learn! Would you fucking learn already? My god! I know you don't like hearing people tell you that you're doing something wrong, that your writing is flawed, but it fucking is. And the worst part is you're making the same exact mistakes over and over and over and over again. Would you fucking figure it out already? Take a class, read a book, do something. My god. Oh, don't worry, Team RWBY, just sit there and let the evil bad guy just monologue to herself. Don't move, don't fight her, just stand there and look angry, because we didn't learn from Volume 5, apparently, to have characters stand around. That's what a good fucking finale's about. Gee, I wonder if Yang's gonna fall off. Yep, she did. Okay, first of all, this scene would have done a lot better, in my opinion, if it was a bit more, like, full speed, rather than this, like, super duper duper mega slow, like, whoa. Fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out, fuck you, fuck off. It just, have her fall. It would have been more interesting if we were really that close and it just happened, rather than everything got slow motion and is dramatic. If they just did everything they normally would have done and it still didn't work, I think that would have really hit home a lot more. But that's just my personal opinion. Not personal opinion, this is objectively bad. It's, once again, very contrived. Penny can fly. RWBY can fly. Weiss can hold herself up. Blake has done a lot of interesting things with her clones to help herself get back up. Even if Yang wasn't awake, there are 5 dumb bitches standing around who could have done something to help her. Penny was doing fuck all over there, and everyone else was just standing around looking angrily at Cinder, not even fighting off Neo. By all means, one of them could have done something that actually reached Yang. So now let's go into my next point. Yang fell. I don't think she died. I really don't think she's dead. I think she might be somewhere else, or wiped of memory, or something. She's not dead. And I have 2 theories. One is we're gonna find her arbitrarily somewhere in Vacuo, or whatever. Or my second theory is the rest of Team RWBY's gonna fall, just because I'm looking at the opening and it looks like they all fell. That's what I'm guessing. But let's do something a bit more important. I wish it wasn't Yang. Because Yang did this already. Remember? In Volume 3, we already had Yang be the one to get really severely injured. And now we're just repeating that. Again. It's, once again, everything's just stuck on repeat. I find it hard to care. I really do. I don't really fucking care. And the real icing on the cake is Blake gets to scream, and she's angry, and she's sad. She has to fight off Neo, the bitch who stole away her girlfriend. How dare she? She gets to scream and have a big moment. Oh, but not Yang's sister. Not Yang's own fucking sister. RWBY just gets to say Yang's name confused as if she just remembered she exists, and then doesn't even get a good fight with Neo. It's not even portrayed to us like Neo was doing everything in her power to fight RWBY back, so RWBY can't have an emotional moment, because Blake is actively having emotional moments, but not RWBY. RWBY can't get to be a character. She can't give a shit about her own sister, not until like 7 volumes after it's gonna happen or some bullshit like that. It's not even a good fight with Neo. Neo's just like pushing her. And that doesn't even say anything about the shit with Cinder. She just sits there on top of her fire pillar, jacking herself off, while Weiss has to fight her. Weiss is fighting Cinder? Finally, Cinder is in front of RWBY again. She can take out her hate boner on RWBY. But no, she's standing around just smiling. Weiss's fucking ice skating looks super dumb in this outfit. That is the clunkiest, weirdest looking animation. She doesn't even look like she's going fast. Just run, bitch. You've run faster than this. Who said this was a good idea? Who thought at Rooster Teeth that this was a satisfying way to... If it was like they threw Yang off and Blake was freaking out, and then Cinder and Neo kept barraging RWBY, so she really couldn't get a moment to let up, then that would have been slightly more excusable, but it still isn't. Because Blake is dead and crying, Weiss has to be there to console her for the loss of her loved one. But not RWBY, because RWBY doesn't get to be a character. She just has to be in the background fighting Neo. Not even in the foreground getting, like, cool action scenes. In the background. Really? This is what we're doing? It's so hard to give a shit about this episode. It's so hard to give a shit about this finale. Was this episode better than last time? Yeah, it sure fucking was. But it doesn't make it good. Because it really isn't. It's confused, it's all over the place. Tonally, they can't figure anything out. You can't give me, like, character deaths sandwiched with fucking comedy bullshit in the beginning. We're just repeating the same plot points we've already seen this volume or in volumes prior, and it's just done worse. I know I'm supposed to be on the edge of my seat. I'm supposed to be having this big tearjerker moment. Oh no, Yang died, wah. But I find it hard to give a shit. The poor execution of the episodes in this finale has just ruined my mood for giving a shit about any of these characters. I just want it to be over. I'm really happy next week is going to be the finale, and I'm glad it's gonna be finally fucking over, because fuck, these last couple episodes have really just ruined this volume for me. It has just spoiled my mood for this show, and it sucks. On that note, please do me a favor. I know next week is the finale. Could you please not put spoilers in the comments? If I see spoiler comments, I'm gonna delete them. I guess that's all I have to say. Fuck. Who gives a shit? Fucking fuck. My god.
Falcon Punch! You're too slow!
okay.
Oh, we gotta listen to my patrons' names and a fancy new mic now. Ooh. Shout out to my $10 patrons, you're all amazing. Nako, Michael, James Dodds, Cool Duck, Andrew, Ramiel, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, Classy Critic, Surge, Dakota D, Taj, Boulder Off Bros, Noah Perkins, Sunny Shy, Mookie, Great Bar, Craig Hall, and Pentamenta. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you enjoying the finale of this volume? Please let me know. I'm glad you are, if you are, but just like, any predictions for the final episode? Again, please no spoilers in the comments, but in case you haven't seen it, do you have any predictions for the final episode? I hope it gets good. I have low expectations. Pretty low hopes too, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. This volume has really been a roller coaster. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.